Check this out. You guys want to uncover the real Key West, where pirates hid treasure, winter sunsets glow fire orange, and the locals won't tell you their secret snorkeling spots unless you ask them twice. Welcome back to the channel. In this 2026 Key West Beginner's Guide, you guys are going to learn exactly how to explore every major part of the island, from historic Old Town, to the scenic Casa Marina district, to the lively Historic Seaport, as well as the gated military side of the Truman Annex, all the way to the local Love Newtown and the nearby Stock Island. We'll cover the best winter beaches, top snorkeling spots at Sand Key Reef, hidden pirate history, best sunrise and sunset spots, when to avoid renting a car, the cheapest hotels, happy hour deals, and how military members can save big on lodging in 2026. And stick around to the end. I'm revealing exactly why each of those attractions is worth doing and how they save money on all of them. Plus, I'll tease my other Key West and Florida Keys videos so you guys don't miss a thing. So let's start with the most exciting experience for first timers in Key West, the Fury Ultimate Adventure. So this is located right at the Historic Seaport at 1 Whitehead Street. And this spot is easy to reach by walking, biking, or scootering from Old Town. So once you guys board, you guys are in for parasailing, jet skis, banana boats, as well as a huge inflatable water park. And there's even winter snorkeling. So all with breakfast and lunch included. So during the winter months, water visibility often reaches 30 to 40 feet, so it's extremely clear. And Sand Key Reef is completely loaded with yellow-tailed snapper, parrotfish, and occasionally sea turtles and dolphins cruising the outer edge of the reef. And if you guys thought that adventure on the water was wild, I want you guys to wait until you hear what was happening off these very shores hundreds of years ago. So to really fully understand Key West, you got to understand its pirates. Blackbeard, Calico Jack, and other privateers sailed directly through these very waters. Some historians believe that their treasure may still be buried in the mangrove tunnels that surround Key West today. So if you guys head over to Fort Zachary Taylor Historic State Park, this is accessible by bike or Uber or driving through. Entry is just $6 per vehicle or $2.50 if you walk or bike on in. So this Civil War fort was once an active military stronghold. And yes, pirates in the US Navy literally shared the same ocean here. You guys can explore the fort, walk the nature trails, and head to the rocky shoreline after, where tropical fish swim so close you can actually film them in knee-deep water. And once you've explored some pirate territory at the fort, it's time to go where the locals go for peace, quiet, and the most underrated sunset on the island. I'm going to say that one more time. The most underrated sunset on the island. For the sunrise and sunset lovers, the Edward B. Knight Pier is located over at the Casa Marina district, and this delivers some pure magic to you guys. You can reach it easily via bike from Duval Street in just under 10 minutes. And in the winter, the water is calm and glassy, and you'll often see tarpon rolling near the pier and pelicans diving in for some breakfast. So head over here, enjoy it, bring a Cuban coffee from Sandy's, and enjoy the peaceful start before the crowds actually wake on up. And for my favorite sunrise spot, let's roll into one of the best beaches to enjoy the midday winter sun. So that's going to be over at Smathers Beach, right along Atlantic Boulevard, which is just minutes from the Key West Airport. This is going to be on the southern part of Key West, and it's great for swimming, walking, volleyball, and winter kiteboarding, thanks to those steady seasonal breezes. So here's my key tip, pun intended. So the entire island of Key West is only 4 miles long and 1 mile wide, which means that bikes and scooters are far better than cars. So parking is expensive and it's extremely scarce, so choose for those options instead. But the island overall is flat and easy to navigate. So do you guys want to know what's my favorite beach in Key West? Check out my other Key West videos. I'll take you there and explain exactly why the locals consider it one of the island's best kept secrets. And speaking of blue water, if snorkeling's on your bucket list, you're about to discover the reef that makes Key West completely unforgettable. So as I mentioned in my intro, let's talk about Sand Key Reef, which is located 7 miles offshore, and it's one of Key West's most colorful reefs, and the winter ends up bringing the clearest visibility of the year. Fury, Sebago, and Honest Eco all run snorkel trips here from the Historic Seaport, so you guys have your options to get out here. And on the way, you guys will end up passing the famous Sand Key Lighthouse, which is actually one of America's last offshore iron frame lighthouses, and it's really cool to see in person, so definitely check it out when you're flying by. Some of these tours also include a close-up pass, and they let you get drone-like photos without actually having a drone with you. And while we're talking about those gorgeous ocean views, one of the most iconic sunset spots on the island deserves its own spotlight. So moving back over to Fort Zachary Taylor, let's cover the sunset now. I want you to head back over here in the late afternoon and stake out a spot near the rocky jetty. The winter sunsets explode in orange, purple, and pink. This is also exactly where you guys can spot rays gliding through the shallow waters. Bring a towel, bring your camera, and maybe a sandwich. This is complete sunset perfection. And now that you've explored from sunrise to sunset, let's talk about how to get around the island without wasting money. So the best way to actually get around the island, as I alluded to, is using bikes. So with Key West being so compact, bike rentals go for about $12 to $18 a day, and scooters are a little bit pricier, going for $35 to $50 a day. And these are the smartest ways to go. I personally choose the bike over the scooters. You guys can ride through Old Town's wooden houses, Truman Annex's military-style streets, and the Historic Seaport's boardwalk paths. One local told me, a car in Key West is actually like a snowblower in Miami. It just doesn't make sense. And now, let's head over and fuel up. Came to Key West for sun, but you guys are going to end up staying for the food. So let's cover some of the awesome winter eats, some of the discounts, as well as the different happy hours you can find on the island. So for cheap and delicious food in the winter, I recommend checking out these spots. Head over to El Saboni, where you guys can get Cuban entrees for under $15. Caroline's Cafe right on Duval Street has some huge portions as well as some good winter lunch deals. Or head over to the Moondog Cafe, where you guys can get some affordable brunch as well as a bakery option. So typical happy hours in Key West run from about 4 to 6 p.m. with some other bars offering different hours, with $5 beers, $6 to $8 cocktails, and $1 to $1.50 oysters at select spots near the Historic Seaport. So many winter spots also include live and acoustic music, so you guys can really enjoy this while you're sitting down eating. So speaking of savings, military travelers are about to get the biggest Key West hack of all. But before we dive in, many of the Key West attractions offer those small military discounts, from museums to the water sports, but the lodging discounts are completely next level. So military members can stay over at the Navy Gateway Inn and Suites in Truman Annex or Sigsbee. So the rates tend to go for about $70 to $120 per night depending on your rank, making this the most affordable stay on the island outside of passing out in the street. So book early. The winter tends to fill up fast, as this is an ideal time to head over to the island. And if you guys end up staying at one of these military spots, you guys will end up saving so much money, you might actually be able to afford Key West parking. From pirate forts to legendary reefs, sunrise piers to sunset jetties, you now know how to explore all the parts of Key West completely like a local. Old Town, Casa Marina, Truman Annex, the Historic Seaport, Newtown, as well as Stock Island. So before you guys go, like if this helped you guys plan out your next Key West trip for 2026, subscribe for some more Key West, Florida Keys, and Hawaii travel guides, comment the first place you guys want to see when you visit, and stick around for my next Key West videos, including hidden gems, secret beaches, winter budget hacks, and 3 brand new Florida Keys guides coming in the near future. Stay smart and keep traveling.